Berenice and I run Walk in Our Shoes. I also host the Childless Hour Twitter chat, and I thought I'd pop in because I kept promising to do this to tell you a bit about how I run the Twitter chat and how to take part in a Twitter chat. This is a very kind of basic guide. There are heaps of other things out there to help you. If you look on Walk in Our Shoes website, so walkinourshoes.net/blog. Scroll through the blog post. There is actually something there about Twitter chats under conversation, so you can have a look at that. And but this is kind of like a bit of a guide, really, very basic guide to what happens. If you're new to Twitter chat and new to Twitter, then again, look up a few basics on Twitter. I'm assuming at this point you have an account, you know how to use it, and you set yourself up with all of the things that you need to do. And it really is a case of just thinking, yikes, Twitter chat. I don't know what to do with them. I've never taken part in one before. So this is the Twitter homepage for Walk in Our Shoes. And I'm logging in as Walk in Our Shoes because then you can see it from the guest point of view. If I show you the Childless Hour account, then it's going to be a little bit confusing because there's more stuff on that than you would ever expect to see if you were a guest on a Twitter chat for Childless Hour. So I'm logged in as my account, and this is quite important that you do this. Always log in to the account that you're going to tweet from. I've got about 3 or 4 different Twitter chat accounts and things that I run for other people and for myself. So be aware that you're tweeting from the right account. I have done it before where I have logged into a Twitter chat and I've been tweeting from Walk in Our Shoes, and I meant to be tweeting from something completely different. It happens. We are human, but try not to do what I do. So once you're logged into your account, one of the best ways that I find to deal with a Twitter chat is to go to TweetDeck, and all you do is type in TweetDeck. I've actually got it already logged in, but the account, the URL is tweetdeck.twitter.com. If you start to type in TweetDeck, it will pop up, and all you need to do is go into that. And what Twitter will do, because Twitter owns TweetDeck, only recently they've bought it, but what's great about it is that it will automatically keep you in the account that you were already logged in at, so that's quite important. I've closed everything down really on TweetDeck to show you it from the very basics. So when you log into it, you'll have a number of columns will pop up, and this is a column just here. Excuse the mouse dragging noise, I can't edit that out of the video, so you'll hear this very irritating dragging as I'm moving my mouse around. I tried to do it with the tablet as well this morning, and that gets even worse. So anyway, we'll have to put up with that. So the columns appear here, you can remove them. So I'm just going to remove this one completely, and I'm going to show you how to add them. So TweetDeck has got a number of things up here. We'll start with columns. So you can add in columns all around these different tools that you already get in Twitter. They're a bit more sophisticated. You've got activities, you can look at all for your followers. Scheduled tweets are quite handy. I use those a lot, I have to say. On Childless Hour, I pop in a few that pop up. So most of the prompts that appear, the questions, do tend to be predetermined, and I pop them in maybe the day or two before. That allows me then to be able to reply to you as you talk, and to generally moderate and make sure that the chat's going and we haven't got anybody in there who shouldn't be there. You've got home, so I'm going to start with home, which we just looked at, but we're going to add that in, and you just add the column. If I just close that, you can then see the home column pops up just as it did before. I can click here and I can add in, I'm going to add in notifications. So any notifications that I get for Walk in Our Shoes will now pop up here. You can see notifications, and it's got my account just there. I can also add in, this is really handy for Twitter chats, add in a search. I've already got Childless Hour pops up because I've logged in before, but type that in with the hashtag. You can then see all the Twitter chats that appear for Childless Hour. So that narrows it down. You're not having to scroll through your home page to look for everything that mentions Childless Hour. You can also add in a notification as well. click back to there, for your URL. So when this pops up, your hashtag rather, and your account, and then you can actually see any conversations that you've got going on too. So when the Twitter chat gets really busy and you think, well, I don't know where everything is, go to notifications and just have a look through here. But what I will say is, don't worry if you can't find the conversations. What's great about Twitter and about Twitter chat is everybody is really, really forgiving about things. If you don't see something and you don't reply to it, and I miss quite a lot of replies in the Twitter chat as Childless Hour because there are so many people replying all the time and it's so busy that often what I'll do is after 9 o'clock we'll just sit, go through it all, just take a deep breath, have a cup of coffee, sit, work through it all and say, right, okay, these are the people, I'm going to reply to them, and I'll do some retweets. People don't expect you to be completely up on track with every single Twitter or tweet that you have during a Twitter chat. It's simply too busy. So don't worry. Just pop in, say hi. Obviously use the tag Childless Hour so I can find you and I can see you, and that will help a lot. So that's basically the screens and the columns that I have going if I was taking part in a Twitter chat. My homepage, I could actually get rid of the home column. I don't really need that in the middle of a Twitter chat. I've got the notifications and I can see then what everyone's saying about Childless Hour, and what TweetDeck does is it refreshes it regularly in the order that they're all being tagged. So you can see that on Childless Hour this morning, I popped this up. It's appeared, it's 21 minutes ago, that's the last tweet that I got with Childless Hour. If I updated it now from that account, it would appear again. So it acts as a really good timeline, which really, really helps. You've got down here, you can expand all the columns out. You've got different accounts. You can add other accounts onto this if you wanted to. Again, be careful that you don't overload TweetDeck, I think, with accounts. I think that could be quite an issue. Sometimes you can get a bit confused with things. Settings is your regular Twitter settings. That's my profile just there, so that's my picture and all of my settings. To send a tweet, this is quite important, new tweet, and I can type something in here. I can add an image as well, so click on that, it'll take me to my desktop. I can schedule it as well, so I can tell Twitter I want to publish this on a certain date and a certain time, AM, PM, and then I just click on there and it will tweet at that particular time for me. Note that it will always run them for you, even if you're not in, so you need to delete it if you didn't want it to go out. Do be aware of that. You have to tell Twitter to do that. You can also direct message from here too. You can send videos. I find actually the main Twitter interface for GIFs and things is much more helpful. It's got an automatic search command on there. There probably is a way of doing it on TweetDeck. If there is, I haven't discovered it yet. As I say, I'm new to all of this too. I'm learning each night. I do a Twitter chat with you guys, but I hope that this has been a useful exercise. Do shout, do take part. If you get stuck, don't worry. I think that's my key message with doing any kind of Twitter chat. Don't panic. It's always just nice to reach out, and everyone is very, very forgiving. And I hope that that's useful. Do let me know if you've got any questions during Twitter Hour, or just pop me a message via Twitter or via Facebook or via the Walk in Our Shoes website, www.walkinourshoes.net. Thanks very much. Bye bye.